Hey guys, Silver Syndicate making my second or third video. Um, so I'm just gonna jump right into this because I'm super new to this. Um, I still feel, I guess, awkward doing it. This is not my normal forte. Um, I guess let me explain why I started doing this. So I love ASMR. Um, I usually work anywhere between 60, 70 hours a week. And when I come home, when I'm going to sleep at night, ASMR really helps me relax while I'm laying in bed, playing on my phone like most of us do. And as a hobby, I collect coins and precious metals, silver mainly, but gold, platinum, really anything. And I realized over the course of several months that there is almost no, I guess, coin related, silver stacking, precious metal related ASMR. And I'm hoping this channel, it's not going to be the taps and the scrapes and the intentional ASMR, I guess, like a lot of other channels. I'm hoping that just as I get new stuff in, new coins, new precious metals, new stuff to add to the stack, that I can make a video showcasing them, show you guys what I have, what's available out there, what it costs, give you a little info in it, and just try to do it in a low key, soothing, relaxing um, manner, I guess. So again, this is only my second or third video ever in life. I apologize about my hands. I'm a blue collar worker to the core. I work with my hands, so as you can see, they're rough. Maybe I'll maybe I'll start wearing some black gloves and try to look fancy in the videos going forward. But anyway, I just got a bunch of stuff in over the last few weeks, and we can jump right into it. So, there is a ton of different precious metals and items you can collect as far as investing in silver, gold, platinum, rare numismatic coins. This is just one of those versions. This is I guess, a hand poured silver 999 silver piece. It was created by a guy who runs his own private mint called Something Fishy Designs. This is a 1.7 ounce 999 silver custom Beskar bar. You can see the design has been played with a little from your normal Nayu Beskar bar that was released by the Republic of Nayu, starting back in I think 2021. That was a 1 ounce version. This is just under 2. It has kind of a redesigned framed around it. He added some enamel paint to give it kind of that Star Wars technological look. It's got beautiful lines, great design. It's a really unique and cool custom piece. I was fortunate enough to run into him right after he made his first one. So this is actually, I guess you'd call serial number one, the prototype, the first one he ever poured. It came with this certificate of authenticity, encased Beskar bar, 2026, 1.77 ounces of 999 fine silver, and that's pour number 1. And he has antiqued enamel. And for those of you who don't know, antiquing silver is done by taking a silver pour, a silver coin, anything silver, and soaking it in a solution of warm water and liver of sulfur. And what does, it basically speeds up the tarnishing process and blackens the silver in a matter of, minutes or hours, as opposed to days, weeks, or months, years even. And then once the entire silver piece is black, you come back and basically sand it, buff it, and the designs in the uh, bar or coin that are raised up are sanded smooth back to silver, while the recesses in the item remain black. So you get this really high contrast, antique look that can really help designs stand out and give handboard pieces some really, really unique looking, cool visuals. So anyway, that's by Something Fishy Designs, 1.77 ounce, 999 silver. This cost me right at $200, and that was when silver was right at about $80 an ounce. So spot price is still way up there at the end of May. But that cost me about $200, and in my opinion, worth it. I've gotten tons of compliments on it. So this next piece would be considered, I guess some would refer to it as a bullion coin, a silver bullion coin, bullion numismatic. Basically, what that means is it's not a government issued coin for circulation. It's a government issued coin that has an actual face value for its country of mintage, but that face value is always much, much lower than the actual value of the silver or the value of the coin as a collectible. So take this coin here. This is a 2024 1 ounce Fiji Dragons of the World Chinese Whiskered Dragon. And we have it slabbed by NGC and graded MS70 antiqued. And what that means is NGC, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering correctly, is Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. They're a company that specializes in authenticating and grading coins. Basically, you send your coin in, they grade it on a scale from 1 to 70. They put it in this protective slab that gives it a good display. It allows people to see the info, where the coin was made, what it's made out of. A bigger reason for this, though, especially for like really high value, rare coins, is when it's in this slab, collectors know it's authenticated. It's guaranteed real. So if we flip it over and just try to get it to focus, you can see. Come on, focus. So Fiji 2024, $1. So what that means is, again, this is a numismatic bullion coin. That means that in Fiji, if you wanted to, technically, you could spend this coin for $1 at any store, gas station, wherever you'd like. Now, you wouldn't do that because just the silver alone in this piece is worth right around $80. As a collectible, I think they're selling anywhere between $150 to $200. Um, so, and as far as this goes, I would kind of categorize this as premium bullion coins. This isn't something you would stack by weight. You buy something like this, to me, in my opinion, something like this is a long-term investment. You buy it because you like the look of it. It has good value. Coins with dragon designs and stuff like that, the more fantasy theme designs always sell well. They always have a big draw when they're released. And so you buy something like this, especially at a perfect grade at an MS70, and it's a long-term investment. You're adding it to the collection with the intent that it's going to gain value in the long run as less and less of them are available for sale. Our next coin, now I just got this super recently, and this is, I think, an incredibly unique coin. And for those that are, I guess, on a budget, personally, I think these are great coins to add to the stack. Now, what this is, it's a 2026 Wanda Lunar Voyage to Victory. It's a lunar coin, and what it says on the coin, if you look, it says lunar ounce, but that can be slightly deceptive. This coin is actually 1/12 of an ounce, which off the top of my head comes out to something like 2 point something grams of 999 silver. So, but for a coin that's only a couple of grams, it's fairly large. Usually 1 gram coins, 2 gram coins are much smaller. It was graded by ICG as an MS70 and slabbed. Um, so we'll talk about ICG for a second. ICG, if we can bring this other one back, these are two companies that specialize in the same thing. They both grade coins. The difference is NGC has been around for a long, long time. Very, very respected in the coin collecting community. Um, NGC is recognized and respected worldwide by any coin collector on earth, no matter how expensive the coin. If it's an NGC holder, most 99.95% of the time, it's assumed that that coin in that holder is pretty much guaranteed to be the grade that's listed. It's guaranteed to be authentic. With a company like ICG, excuse me, um, they've been around for a while. They're respected. I don't want to say they're not respected. They just don't have the same pedigree as NGC and PCGS. They're considered. I don't want to say second rate. That sounds like they're a bad company. They're not a bad company. They just don't have the same respect as NGC and PCGS. I'll say that if we took this coin here and it was graded NGC MS70, this coin and this holder from this company is going to command more on the secondary market for sale than the exact same coin in an ICG MS70. Um, that's just the way it works. Maybe at some point in the future, ICG will continue growing and expanding and one day make it here. But until then, NGC is really, really the company you want to go with if you can. Up next, we have the 2024 Pennsylvania First Star Privy Release American Silver Eagle. These were a special release with the NGC 8th Era, one of first 50,000 issued. 8th Era was a mobile game. And if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these could only be had if you beat the game on a certain level, did something in the game, and you would get these. As far as this Silver Eagle goes, it's just a bullion strike. The strike is nothing fancy. It's not proof, but apparently this game was incredibly popular. It's got the star privy on it, one of first 50,000 issued, and when these were released initially, they exploded in price. You basically have an American Silver Eagle that's worth spot price plus, you know, five, six, $8. But since it's in this holder, they were selling for $350, $400. They still command a price up around $200. Where if you just had a 2024 P Silver Eagle, it would be, a few bucks over spot. So I kind of have regrets here. I wish I would have sold this when I initially got it and the price was really high, because I could have bought a good amount of silver with it. The value of it has definitely dropped, which is usually what happens with coins like this. When they first release, they have that momentum, they gain value. The secondary market is on fire with them, the price shoots up. And then once the market starts cooling off, if it's not a really known brand or some kind of luxury brand or some pop culture link, a lot of times those premiums really, really fall. And so if you can get these when they first release for a decent price and sell them, that's great. That way, if the price drops on you, you can just keep them in the stack, hope it raises up in the long run. What you don't want to do is buy something like this at the top of the market, because what happens is you end up paying the full 100% price in premium. And then sometimes that price can drop as much as 80, 90%. And then you have a coin that you paid double or triple what its eventual value is. So, moving on, change it up a little bit. We have a PAMP Suisse 1 gram gold bar. This was their partnership with Coca-Cola. It's a 1 gram cherry Coke gold bar. These came out at the same time as a 1 ounce silver cherry Coke silver bar released from PAMP, and it came in like a giant cherry Coke can, and the silver bar was in an acrylic holder that looked like an ice cube. And it's a really cool display. I'm a sucker for special displays and pretty displays, and so I ended up getting one of each. These still, I think at when they released, I paid $210 for this 1 ounce gold bar. Well, I'm sorry, 1 gram gold bar, which even now is was a nice little chunk over spot, maybe $25-$30 over spot. But these still sell for about 370. I'm sorry, 275 over spot. So they still have a good premium. They command a good premium. They come in assay cards. If you can see, this is the certificate, the serial number 241 of 5,000. So this is the 241st bar that was minted out of 5,000. And I really like this. This is the kind of collectible you want to buy. It's pop culture related. The brand that they collaborated with is a brand recognized worldwide. Very well known, very cool collab, and these tend to have staying power. They hold their premium, they hold their collectability. People love getting them and adding them to their stack. So you gotta love fractional gold. Next up, so this was from a bullion breaks package. And what that is get it out here. Let me show you. Basically, bullion breaks are the silver and gold coin equivalent of opening Pokemon cards. You get an unknown graded coin in a sealed envelope. And when you buy that package, you can get any of a certain number of coins. 1 in 10 packs contains the Gold Rush label. 1 in 100 contains an Infinity label. So what these were, PCGS had special graded labels that they made. On the back here, the I guess what you would call the floor tier would be just this regular silver. The mid tier would be gold, and the ultra tier would be like this rainbow. So it wasn't the actual coin that was special, but the actual slab, which to me, in my opinion, I've always learned you don't buy the slab, you buy the coin. But I was a card collector before I was a coin collector, so stuff like this, it gets me sometimes. Now, most of the time, if you buy something like this, you're going to get the floor prize. It's very, very few people get those high value items, those case hits, if you will. But with this one, we lucked out. We got a 1 ounce NFL proof silver bullion round, but we got a Dallas Cowboy round, and each one of these came with a signature, and our signature was Emmitt Smith, which, if you don't know, is a Hall of Fame running back for the Dallas Cowboys. And because of that, this particular round and slab is selling on eBay for anywhere from about $280 to $350. I think at the time that I bought the sealed pack, I paid like $180 for it. So we got super, super lucky on this one. We didn't get the hit with the special label, but we definitely got the hit with the Dallas Cowboys Emmitt Smith autograph. That definitely made it worth it, because if not, this basically would have been a 1 ounce coin worth the spot price of 1 ounce of silver inside of a pretty graded PCGS slab. So, let's see what we got next. Next we have, so this is a PAMP 1 ounce silver bar. They call these semi-numismatic. And PAMP, in my opinion, makes some of the most beautiful silver and gold bars on earth. This is the 1 ounce silver cross of Christianity proof silver bar. You can see the cross and the scroll work. It's in an assay card. On the back you have PAMP Suisse 1 ounce fine silver 2026. This is number 4,234 of 5,000. PAMP released a whole line of these. You had the Christian cross, Buddha, some other religions I won't try to butcher the name of. But these are beautiful. They're extremely collectible. Some of those 1 ounce silver bars in SA on the secondary market are selling for well over $300 for an ounce of silver. This one, I think, is still right at around $250, $275. I think I paid around $180, $190 at release, so we're well ahead of our investment here. But I don't plan on getting rid of this anytime soon. She's beautiful. She's going in the deep stack. So this is the last of the big boys before we start getting into fractional silver. This try to keep it in frame for you. Sorry, guys, trying to open it. This is the 2015 pure silver moon mass coin set. My camera isn't really in a great spot to pick all of them up, but basically it's 3 1-ounce coins with the moon mass design. You have the proof silver coin, the antique silver coin, and finally the enameled silver coin. I'm not sure of the mintage. I wish I did. I could tell you. But what I can tell you is when I bought this at the coin shop, I don't think they realized what they had because I ended up paying, I think, around $195. No, it must have been a little more. Spot was about $70 an ounce. So I must have paid about $210, $220 for it. I paid right at spot. And I got home. I looked up on eBay sold listings. These sell for $300, $350 a piece per set all day. And I mean, they're beautiful. They come in a beautiful wooden box with a certificate of authenticity. And they're just amazing coins. All right, now we're starting to get into the fractional pieces. So I brought these out. I thought that would be cool to show. We'll bring the other stuff and kind of set it up to give y'all something to look at while I talk. All right, so this is a band of 50 Idaho 1/4 Goldbacks. Goldbacks are fractional 1/1000th gold notes. Well, these are 1/4 Goldbacks, so these would be 1/4000th of a gold note. So 4,000 of these would make 1 ounce of gold. They were started by a company that wanted to make a spendable currency again that was backed by precious metal. So these are actually pure gold banknotes, and the design is printed on the pure gold. You can, if you own a business, you can actually sign up to be a vendor and accept these as payment. And there are several hundred or several thousand businesses across the U.S. that actually take Goldbacks as payment. The website has a value calculator. You can type in how much the item you're trying to buy is. It tells you how many Goldbacks in each denomination you owe for that. And they're great collectibles. I like to always have a few to round out my collection. And I'm a collector, man. I love having them. Full disclosure, though, the premium you pay for gold with these is incredibly high. Financially, you do a lot better just buying 1/10 or 1 gram or ½ ounce gold coin. But if you're on a budget and you want some gold and you only have a few bucks to spend, this is a great choice. Right now, I think the 1/4 Goldback, the 1/4 Goldback, each one's selling for about $2 a piece. So at 50, this is $100 for 50 of them. And they're a great little fractional gold collectible to add to the collection. This is another fractional gold. This is a 1/100th ounce Cleopatra gold bar. It is a coin / bar minted in the Solomon Islands. It has a face value of $10. So if you were in the Solomon Islands, you could actually spin this tiny gold bar for $10 worth of goods. A 1/100th of an ounce troy is about 0.31 grams. So this is about 1/3 of a gram of pure gold. A gram of gold right now is about $140, $145. So it has some value to it. But again, the face value of $10 is always going to be less than the actual intrinsic value of the metal that it's minted on. This is a 1 ounce Haley bug. Think like a captain, act like a pirate. Bullion round. It's got some enameling on the pirate's hat and the sword. Haley bug is I guess what you would call a private mint that has a pretty solid following. I actually won this on Whatnot for $30, which is just about the best luck I've ever had on the Whatnot precious metal games. eBay sold listings has these going for about 125, 130 bucks a piece. So I definitely hit the jackpot there. This, I know it's a mirror. It's hard to film because it's a mirror. This is a 1/2 ounce 999 silver physical Bitcoin bar. And I actually had these minted. I had 35 of them minted between me and two other makers. That's their logos. That's my logo. These are physical Bitcoin. Without getting too deep into it, this security hologram on the front of the bar has a QR code underneath it, and that QR code is the private key to a Bitcoin address. So there is actually 0.005 Bitcoin stored on this bar, which at current value is about $300 worth of Bitcoin. Something like this is called offline Bitcoin storage. And it's a way to store your Bitcoin or crypto offline, away from hackers or losing your password or anything like that. As long as you have this bar, you still have your Bitcoin. And that's a whole kind of side niche of coin collecting. Collecting physical Bitcoin pieces has become incredibly popular. Some of the most expensive coins sold in the last few years have been physical Bitcoin pieces. This is just a little Flareon Pokémon 1 ounce 999 silver statue. I can't remember who made it, but they did a really good job. It's 1 ounce of 999 fine silver. Came out great. Here we have a 1.5 gram colorized weed leaf. This is incredibly thin. That's why it's in this custom shaped capsule. I mean, it's as thin as paper. If you took it out of this, it would instantly bend. But that's super cool. I think there's a set of 6 different types of these. I only have the one. I need to get the rest. This is a 2024 PAMP Lunar Legend Year of the Dragon 10 gram silver bar. The PAMP Lunar collections are incredibly popular. They have a new design every year for 12 years, and then they reset. Right now, these are selling for about $70 to $80 for 10 grams of silver, so huge premiums. But from what I see from past lunar PAMP issues, they only go up as time goes on. And that's it, guys. I know I kind of rushed through the last few, but duty calls. So I hope you enjoyed everything. I hope you guys continue to watch. I know my video qualities aren't the best. I know my narration isn't the best, and the lighting and everything. I'm new to this. I hope I'm not too awkward. And I hope I'm able to give some silver and gold and precious metal content to some of you out there, kicked back at the end of the day, relaxing, trying to find some cool content about your hobby to maybe lay back and fall asleep to. So I hope you enjoyed it. And if you'd like, give me a like and follow.